Fireside Chat. I'm here with Eric Shoib. He is the Ombudsman for the state of Indiana, Office of Small Business and Entrepreneurship. And he will be speaking to us today about his position and what he does for the state of Indiana. Eric, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Heather. Appreciate it.
And would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. As Heather mentioned, my name is Eric. I'm from Portage, Indiana, which is in Northwest Indiana. Went to school at the University of Southern Indiana. And I've been with the state now for about 18 months. And in that time, I have been the Small Business Ombudsman. During that time, I've had the opportunity to serve the citizens of Indiana and helping to eliminate burdensome policies and governmental red tape to help grow and launch their businesses.
Great, thank you. Could you tell us a little bit about what a typical day in the life of the ombudsman would look like?
Oh, wow. Well, there really isn't a typical day. Whether it's working with businesses to try and form a LLC or a business structure, or helping them navigate tax forms, or working with my colleagues here at the Lead Center of how we can better serve the Indiana Small Business Development Centers or the Indiana Procurement Technical Assistance Centers. Also work with other state agencies that submit rules for consideration that can have an effect on small business. And also just going out within the community and talking about how the Office of Small Business and Entrepreneurship can help businesses on a daily basis.
Okay, great. You mentioned you work with other government agencies. How many different agencies in Indiana do you interact with?
I would say anywhere between 10 to 15 on a regular basis. Whether it is the referring people to the Secretary of State's office when they have a question about registering their business with the state, or the Indiana Professional Licensing Agency to see if they need a specific license to do their business, or to work with revenue with clients that have problems filing their taxes, or paying their taxes, or things like that. But also, we also work with the Office of the State Chemist, the Indiana Department of Homeland Security, the Indiana Department of Health. The list is endless, but it is a great and wonderful experience working with all of these offices.
Okay, what is the most rewarding thing about your position?
I would say helping the people of the state of Indiana. I grew up in a public service oriented family to where your worth is judged on how much you give back to your community. And this is a phenomenal opportunity that I have with the Lieutenant Governor's office and her family of business and the Office of Small Business and Entrepreneurship to serve business owners on a daily basis that have questions when it comes to business operations in the state of Indiana.
What kind of questions do you get from business owners, or hopeful entrepreneurs?
A lot of the questions surround funding, whether it be I need a grant to start my business, or I need grants to help grow my business. Unfortunately, there aren't grants out there that help people grow and launch their businesses. Now, there are certain opportunities through the SBA and the Indiana Department of Administration that can provide businesses different opportunities, but when it comes to those free monies, it just really doesn't exist. And also in a testament to our SBDC network is that a lot of our questions are surrounding our no-cost workshops throughout the state of Indiana and how people can get more involved with those and how to sign up. But really, most of the questions surround, I want to start a business within the state of Indiana, or I want to grow and expand operations within the state of Indiana.
What do you admire most about business owners?
I would say their grit, their hard work, and determination. Small business owners are the backbone of Indiana's economy, and it takes a special person to open that business, because most of the time these small businesses are the foundations within our own communities. These are the meeting places. These are where memories are formed within these communities. So it is nothing but complete admiration for these small business owners throughout Indiana.
Yeah. What challenges do you face in doing your job?
Well, this is a brand new position underneath the Office of Small Business and Entrepreneurship. When we first started, it was a name for ourselves as the Small Business Ombudsman. It was a lot of meetings with a lot of different offices and introducing our services and laying out of what we're doing. Now, the great part about it is that we have had a tremendous amount of feedback, and we have had a lot of wonderful working relationships with these offices, but also with the citizens of Indiana and the small business community. So as that happens, and as the office is only one person, it is dealing with multiple issues at one time and making sure that they're handled within a timely manner. But for me, it's a wonderful issue to have of, I will never complain that I'm too busy. So for me, it's just a wonderful opportunity of just helping the people that we can right away and providing that quick turnaround so we can provide answers in a timely manner.
What do you want business owners to know about your services?
Well, I would say that I would want business owners to know that we are here to help, and not only are we here to help and listen, but we will provide action as well. We will provide you an answer to your question. Odds are you might not like the answer that we give you, but we are going to give you the right answer to get you on that right track and to hopefully have success within your business. Do not feel that you are wasting my time or with any of your questions. I would rather have you reach out and ask instead of the latter. So please just reach out to us, and we'll be more than happy to help you in any way that we can.
How can business owners reach you? What's the best way for them to get through to you?
I would say by phone. My phone number is 317-232-5679. That number again, 317-232-5679. I'm accessible by that. Even my voicemail goes to my phone. So we will be able to, even my voicemail goes to my email, so I can access that when I'm not in the office. So really, I can usually respond to you as soon as I receive that message.
Great. You want to speak to anything that has surprised you in your job? Anything that you didn't expect?
I would say the amount of collaboration that we've been able to have within state government. The sheer number of people that want to help and want to provide resources to the public has been tremendous. Whether it's calling a office at short notice, wanting to answer, and they'll get back to you right away, or especially within our family of business here within the Lieutenant Governor's office, we have had a handful of instances to where we have been able to work with offices on certain issues. that would impact their bottom line, so that we can help remove some red tape to help and grow their offices and the clients that they serve. So really just the overall collaboration has been a wonderful experience.
Great. Are there any other things you want to add?
Yeah, so really, since we have only been around, or since the position has been around for 18 months, we are oftentimes asked of what's next and what's coming down the pike to improve the position, or goods and services that will be available for the public. This summer, I will be creating an online document for the new Office of Small Business and Entrepreneurship website. That will be a one-stop resource that small business owners can use to help have their questions answered in a timely manner, and the specific people that they need to contact within those state agency offices. So let's say if you wanted to form a LLC within the state of Indiana. So we would have a brief overview on what that would entail. And then the specific person within that office that they can contact, and so that they don't have to call around in a handful of different offices to have that answer. So just a complete resource for not only that office, but for additional state resources that people can access 24/7. Also a centralized phone system that people can call to have their questions. I've been piloting a program with an ISBDC center in a part of the state to have them have an option so that the people that call their office can reach out to the state and have their business questions answered. So for the past 2 months, I have been piloting that program, and we have had a tremendous amount of success when it comes to that. Not only are we freeing up a staff member within that regional office to do other duties, but also we are providing the entrepreneur a chance to have their question answered really right away, and whether we can help them in-house or we can help them at another office. So those are just a couple things that we've been working on here to help increase our reach within the community, or within the small business community as a whole, so we can get those services out there.
Great. Good things coming for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to take some questions from
Sure.
the audience now?
Yeah.
Does anybody have any questions? If you'd like to put them in the chat, Eric would be happy to take your questions. Anyone? Any questions? Is there anything else you wanted to share?
Yeah, you have some questions.
Let's see. I know you spoke about the tools that you're working on, but more than that, how do you see your office,
Mm-hmm.
the Ombudsman for the Office of Small Business and Entrepreneurship? How do you see it growing in the next 3 years?
Well, I think I can only speak for my position as the Ombudsman, and I think with the successes that we have seen within the first 18 months, I feel that the sky is the limit over the next 3 years. As our reach expands to different parts of the small business community, I think the opportunity to help more people and connect more people with resources is there. So I would hope that we will be engaged with a large amount of people that one person can't handle. So whether it's hiring or bringing people on to do regulatory research, that so we can be proactive in a lot with our information. I think that is a way that we see it. I can see maybe having a handful of regional people throughout the state of Indiana, to where if people can't contact via the phone or internet, or want to meet with somebody face to face, I feel that would be a tremendous asset for that position. And those are just a couple ways I see the position growing within the next 3 years.
Great. What's your definition of success, or success to you means what?
Success to me means providing the entrepreneur with the resources that they need to succeed. And it's putting them within that position to overcome obstacles, or to help them understand the path that is ahead of them. So if I can, just a perfect case in point, if I can help a entrepreneur obtain a liquor license within his county from the state in a short amount of time, that he can open his business on time, I call that a success. So that would be my definition of success.
Okay, great. I know I didn't ask you about a success story from your office. You mentioned helping push through a client or a person getting a liquor license. Are there any other success stories that you can think of that you would like to share?
Yes, one comes to mind. There was a business owner who had investors looking to invest you had investors that were looking to pump new capital into his business. And when they were doing their research, they discovered that his LLC lapsed unbeknownst to the business owner. So they gave him so the investors gave him a short timeline to rectify the situation, and he reached out to our office to see if we could help. And really, through the relationships that the office had formed, and knowing what that process looks like, we were able to help that entrepreneur reinstate his LLC within that given period. And we were able to help him keep his business opened and to receive that new capital to help grow his business. So not only were we able to keep the doors open and to keep the people employed, we were able to help that business grow just by being available and being knowledgeable of what that process looks like and how we can save time. And so that is really one way, or one success that we've had within the program so far.
Great. So it was a win-win.
It was a win-win that created a lot of synergies and shots on goal.
Great. Well, we've come to the end of our questions. Again, I will ask the audience if they have any questions to please put them in the chat box. If not,
well, then I guess we're done.
I think we'll call it a wrap.
This will be the shortest fireside chat ever.
Any questions? Okay. Well, again, I will give you Eric's contact number. It is 317-232-5679. And feel free to call him and chat. Again, thank you for joining our Google Hangout, our fireside chat with the Ombudsman for the Office of Small Business and Entrepreneurship.
Thank you guys. Bye.